Hello guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues. I hope so that I'm not on mute once again, right? Okay, good evening, guys. Good evening. Okay, so yeah, yesterday we didn't had any class. The reason for that was that one of my friends has got married recently, and he came to home with his wife. So I had to immediately cancel the class right over there. I also took into account that it's 26th and many of you guys might not be available as well. So I decided to cancel the class at the last moment. I just forgot about the class when I invited them home. So that is something that happened yesterday. But nevertheless, we'll start with our class from today onwards itself. Today, our aim is to start out with Express.js. Do you guys remember Express.js from our last class? Like anybody who has forgotten about it or something like that? Anybody, guys? You guys remember Express.js from our day, like last to last class? Yes. So can somebody just quickly tell me what is Express.js? Like I am able to understand we have not got into a lot of depth into it, but a overview of Express.js. Anybody? Can somebody explain that to me? You can explain to me as if I don't know programming as well. That will be more than sufficient for me, guys. I'm not very particular upon. You have to explain it to me in the right sense. But still, what did you understand by Express.js, guys? Please let me know. What did you understand by Express.js, guys? Okay, we'll be learning it practically in today's class, guys, but still, can somebody let me know what did you understand by Express.js, guys? Express.js, please let me know, guys. Anyone? Nobody? Not even a single person is able to explain? Requests controller. Okay, yeah, that can be a good way to understand it. Good. Express.js is a small framework that works on top of Node.js. That is also a right way of thinking about it. That's great. So like we said in our previous class, right, that Node.js has a lot of different packages to it, a lot of different modules to it. Now some of these modules, like the file system modules, come inbuilt when you download Node.js. Like it comes directly with Node.js itself. And sometimes, just like the tree example, right, you want to get a tree in your backyard, so you can go to npm node package manager, npmjs.com. You can go there. Creators or developers who have created some of these packages that do a particular thing, you can directly download it from right over there and use it within your project itself. So one of those packages is actually Express.js. And Express.js, like somebody wrote it very correctly, is basically how you are able to manage your requests and what to do when a request comes to you. If you guys remember, we learned about the get request, wherein a user sends a get request to a computer at Google, and it will send the requested files back to him, right? So that is what Express.js does. Now we will look at that practically in our today's class, like how can we do that. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till this point of time? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand everything up till this point of time, guys? Please let me know. Yes? Awesome, awesome. You guys are so intelligent. That's great, guys. So let me first share my screen with you guys. Give me a second. So let me share my screen, entire screen, select screen, share, and let me present it to your screens as well. I think so there you should be able to see me as well as the screen properly. I will also open up the live chat so that I am not you guys are not scolding me that for the past 30 minutes we were not able to listen to you. So let me just do that for you guys as well. Okay, so now that I've done this, we'll go to Replit itself. We were using Replit, right? So I'll open up Replit once again. We'll create a new REPL. Okay, why to use the old one? Let's create a new REPL right over here. We'll click on plus, and we'll select the template of Node.js from right over here. Again, because Express.js is built on top of Node.js, right? We need the environment. So we'll click on Node.js, guys, and you can rename it if you want. I'm just going with the current name itself, and we'll create the REPL right over here. Once the REPL has been created, it will take a second or two to start the REPL. So we'll wait for that point of time. Once we have done that, we'll just delete the index.js file. We don't actually use it, so we'll just delete that. Yes, delete it. Okay. So now we are having no files or folders present. As you're able to see, it's completely empty right over here. There's no files or folders present for us, guys. We'll go into the shell. Okay, we'll go into the shell, guys, and we'll create a new folder for us. So can somebody let me know what is the command to create a new folder, guys? Can somebody let me know what is the command to create a new folder? I think so. I've already taught this to you guys, right? I want to create a new folder. Great. Awesome. mkdir. Bhavik, touch is to create a file. Okay. It's not to create a folder. So it is mkdir or make directory, guys. Mkdir, and we'll name as intro. Okay. This is going way too beyond. Intro to Express. Let's name it as that. Then we'll cd, that is change directory into the same. So intro, and we'll change it. Why is the tab not working? I think so. I'll have to write the entire thing. Intro. Okay, I have written the wrong spelling, guys. Make sure that you are not making that error. Instead of writing intro, I've written into into. Okay, that is the reason why my tab was not working right over there. So now we are in the main folder that we have created. We will create a new file. So to cs touch index.js. We'll create a new file right over here, and that's it. Like, that was all that we had to do. We will be able to see the file right over here, I guess so. So intro to Express and index.js. So that is the file that we wanted. And this is where we are going to start writing our code. I'll also open up npm.js. So npm.js.com, and we'll search for Express, express, Express. And that should give us the Express package as well. So this is the package that we had right over here. We also have an example as well. We can definitely use that, but nevertheless, I've opened that right over here. Now, what is the next step, guys? What is the next step? The next step is to create the hole. You guys remember, right? The next step is to create the hole. You guys remember, in the backyard, to plant the tree, you need to create a hole. So how do we create a hole, guys, in our backyard? How do we create the hole in our backyard? Can somebody let me know? npm init. Great, Nitin. Great. Awesome. npm init. We initialize our npm, guys. It will take us a minute to do so. So package name, will keep it as the same. Version will keep it as the same. Description. This is an intro to XPRESSPROJCT project. Entry point index.js, test commands nothing, get repository nothing, keywords nothing, author, let me put up my name, Shaurasana. License will keep the same. Is this okay? Absolutely yes. So we have initialized our npm. Now is the time to transfer the tree. So to transfer the tree, guys, we'll go back to npm and we'll see what is the command to transfer the tree. So it basically states npm install express. So instead of writing it again, I will just copy paste it, guys. Again, why? Because I don't want to make any kind of errors. If I make any kind of errors, then that will like cause a problem. So I'm just copy pasting it. In the terminal, if you want to copy paste something, it is not Control C and Control V. You have to do Control Shift C, okay, or Control Shift V. Okay, so that again, if you do Control C or Control V, it won't work in the terminal. If you want to copy paste something, you have to do Control Shift and then C, Control Shift then V. Okay, this is just a particular like example that I'm giving you guys. So npm install express, will press enter right over here, guys, and that will install express for us. It will take us a minute or two. Sadhu Khan, if you miss one class out of all the classes, we'll still give you the certificates. But if you miss more than one classes, then we will not be able to issue you the certificates. Okay, so we have installed successfully our express. So to use any package that we have installed, what is the command that we need to use? We need to first request that particular package itself, right? So we'll create a const and express express is equals to require express. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to require the express package. Now I don't want to write express again and again. I directly want to get the particular stuff that is present inside of it. So I'm going to rename express as app. Okay. Now this is done. This is something that you can avoid this as well. You don't have to compulsory do it, but for example, that there's not just Shaurasna who is programming in Node.js, right? Or Express.js. I'm not the only developer in the entire world. There's a community of developers that are there throughout the world, and they follow a convention while writing code. Okay, so there are some unsaid rules and regulations. Like if you don't do it, it is not as if your project is not going to work. It will still work the exact same way. But people will easily be able to understand that you don't even know the basics. Okay, so this is one of the sentences that is very important. That is const app is equals to express. If you go to any examples, okay, even right over here when they give an example, as you're able to see, const app is equals to express. This is done almost every single place. We rename our express as app because that is usually the convention that we follow, and we don't have to write express and express again and again. Okay, so now once we have done this, you need to understand how does a particular code works. Okay, how does this backend code actually work? So when you send a get request, you guys remember like you writing www.google.com, you are sending a get request to a particular IP address, right? That IP address is associated, that is the address of a particular computer inside of Google. You guys remember that entire process, or is like you guys forgot about it? Like it's fine if you guys forgot. I will suggest to revise before coming to the class. But you guys remember that, right? Writing www.google.com, you're sending a get request that get me the files associated with this particular website right over here, and then your particular server, that is the computer at Google, will then respond back with the same. Now, are you guys able to listen to me carefully? Please let me know. Like somebody saying that the sound is off. Are you guys able to listen to me? Are you guys, is my voice audible to everybody, guys? Please let me know. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think so. Zarak Khan, this is just your problem. Please handle that. So that response, okay, how is the code able to understand that something from outside has come to me? Now your computer, the code lives within the computer. Okay, there's a computer, the code lives within it. A request is coming from outside. How is a computer able to interact with the outside world? That is the first question, right? How is the computer able to understand that a request has come to it? So a computer, basically what happens, has something called as ports. Okay, it has a lot of ports. Now these ports are how the computer interacts with the physical world around it. For example, one of these ports will be connected to your desktop, one of these ports will be connected for your mouse and keyboard, peripheral devices, one of these ports will be connected to your networking device itself, for example, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth. All this is something that these ports handle. These ports are the computer's way of interacting with the outside world. Now, what happens is that your code as well will be working on one of these ports. So we will tell our app. So app is basically what we are creating right over here. As we have said, app is basically your Express backend itself. We'll tell our app to continuously listen to one of these ports. Okay. So app, we are telling app that listen to one of these ports, guys. Now, again, like I said, a computer has a lot of ports, but the problem is some of these ports are already in use. Some of them might be in use by the network card, some of them might be used by the desktop, some of them might be used for some other purpose itself. You don't know which particular port is free to use and which port is not free to use. Now that comes into cybersecurity, guys. That's not something that we have to deal with. But for our general purpose, some of the ports like port 3000, port 8000, port 8080 are something that you can use at any particular point of time. These are usually free within any computer at any particular point of time itself. So that is what we are going to do right over here. We're going to tell our app to listen at the port 3000. We'll tell our app to listen at the port 3000. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. We're telling our app that continuously listen for anything that is happening at the port 3000. Again, guys, there are a lot of ports that are in use, a lot of ports that are empty. Some of the ports that you can use directly without thinking is 3000, 8000, 8080. There are other ports that are free as well, but that depends upon computer to computer. These ports are universally said to be free on any computer that you are using. That's the reason why we are using the port 3000. Okay, again, this is a physical port within the computer. Okay, this is not a free port. This is a physical thing that is present within the computer, guys, that is being used to see that, okay, if anybody sends a request that I need this particular web page, I need this particular file, that request is going to come on this particular port. Okay, that is going to be redirected to this particular port, and then the app can know that, okay, our request has come to us, let's function on top of it. So let us just do this. Okay, I will not do anything else. I will not do anything else itself, guys. We'll just go to our particular terminal and we'll run this. So what is the command to run a JavaScript file, guys? What is the command to run the code present within JavaScript file? I've also taught you guys this. Can somebody let me know? What is the command to run a particular file? For example, I want to run the file called as index.js. What is the command for that, guys? I've already taught you guys this. This is not new. Great Gagan, great Nitin, great Elia. Yes, it is node index.js. Amazing, guys. So as you're able to see, it feels as if our terminal has just hanged. Are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to see this? It feels as if our terminal has just hanged right over here. Right? It is not coming to the next line. It is not doing anything. It just feels as if it has hanged. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. We're getting an error. We'll see what the error is. But basically, yes, we are able to see that the node index.js, it feels as if it has hanged. We will see what happened right over there. First, let us see why am I giving this error right over here. It shouldn't have come up. Let me try something new. Let me bring both of them out, I guess. Cancel. Let us try this out once again. Hmm. Okay, I'll try something. I think so. I figured out what is the issue with that. Let me try that out once again. Let me create a new REPL right over here. I will just try it out in a new REPL. Let's go with Node.js, create REPL. I think so. I've understood what is the issue right over there, but let me just work it out once again. So index.js, we'll paste it right over here. We'll go to shell, we'll do an npm init init. Node.js, version blah, description blah, author Shaurya Sinha. Let's change that. ISC, yes, let us do that. Minor update, change log, blah blah blah. Okay, let's see. I've not updated it, but I think so. That should be fine for us. Let us install Express once again. Control C. Let's go back. Control Shift V. Enter. Express should get installed right over there. Okay, node. Let me first run it from here. Okay, I think so. It has worked correctly. Just go to shell and then do node index.js, and we got an error. Error event on server at instance. Okay, error in use. Okay, we cannot use 3000. Let us try to use 8000 right over here. Save. Let us try to run this once again. Yeah, now it is working. I don't know what happened, guys. It has started working right now. So let us look at this. Again, I've still not been able to understand why did we get the problem. Okay, why was it not working? I'm still not able to understand. But what I did, I will just explain it to you guys. The first thing that I did was I created a new REPL. I didn't create a folder right over there. I don't know why, but it was trying to find an index.js file to run this. So that was not there in the original one. So I created the index.js file directly within the particular, there's no folder, nothing. Okay, wherever the REPL was, I've created the index.js file right over there itself. I did the exact same thing. Okay, npm install, init. Then I installed the Express right over there. And it also said that because it's a particular, not a proper computer, we are using somebody else's computer to run our code. The 3000 port was already in use. Maybe some other particular function is going on the port 3000. So I changed that. I changed it to the port 8000, as you're able to see right over here. So if you guys see it correctly, I have changed the port to 8000 right over here. Are you guys able to see this? I've changed the port to 8000. That has worked for me. What is the logical difference between port 3000 and port 8000? It's the exact same difference between when you are in the school, you are having class 12A and class 12B. Both of them are two classes where students are studying, but both of them are two separate classes. It's the exact same difference. Both are physical things. So port 3000 was in use, so we are changed it to port 8000 right over here. Now, once I did that and I ran my node index.js, I don't know if you guys are able to see it or not. So I've ran node index.js right over here at the bottom, and it feels as if my terminal has hanged. Are you guys able to see that? Please let me know. So I will remove myself from the screen, but if I remove myself, you guys won't be able to listen to me. So let me make this a little bit more smaller. Maybe that will help you guys out, see it clearly. So if you guys are able to see right over here, within the shell, you should be able to see. Okay, I've stopped the particular one. I don't know if you guys are able to see it or not, but if I run the node index.js, it feels as if the process has hanged. It feels as if the process has hanged, the terminal has hanged right over there. The reason for that is the terminal has not hanged. The app has to continuously listen to that port to see if you guys have got any kind of request. Somebody has to sit on that port and continuously listen. Now that needs to work. Okay, I'll just move it to the left hand side. Yeah, that is a good advice right over there. Maybe if I move myself here, I think so you guys should be able to see the code correctly. So you should be able to see that node index.js feels as if that the code has hanged right over there. So it is not hanged, but the code is continuously being run. That is what has happened. That is the reason why the terminal feels that, okay, there's a frozen terminal right over here, because the code is continuously being run. The app has to continuously listen on the port 3000. Only then you will be able to get that request, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The code has to continuously run on the port 8000. Only then it will be able to get the particular request. Otherwise, it will not be able to get the request, right? So here, this is the website, guys. So the web view, when I'm running it, it opens up in the web view, guys. I've clicked on this particular button right over here on the top right corner. This will open up that website in a new page itself. So this is the new page. As you're able to see, if I'm trying to send a get request, I'm trying to reach out to that particular location, that particular IP address. I'm putting up the website URL itself. I'm trying to reach out to that address. I'm getting cannot get forward slash, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Cannot get forward slash. What it is trying to tell me is that I send my particular request to the URL that you have requested. Okay, I've sent it right over there, but I'm not able to get anything from that. I'm not able to get any response back from there. My backend currently does not has the capability to handle the guest request. I have just put up, think about it as a watchman that is able to sit at the door of my house. A watchman is sitting at the door of my house and he's just like listening to whatever is going on. If a particular postman comes to deliver a letter, it cannot take it in because he doesn't has the capability of doing that. He can only listen right over there. That is what is happening. My current backend, I haven't implemented any code that handles the get request right over there, guys. It is not able to handle the get request right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So on VS Code, we are not able to get it. So Shivansh, if you're not able to get it on VS Code, try it on Code Sandbox first because it is automatically deploying it for you. So if you try it on VS Code, it is not getting deployed. It is only a local build and nobody is interested in it. You can try to do it on Code Sandbox first, try to understand it. What you're facing a problem is with just installation. I will do that on the last day of the bootcamp. I'll show you guys how to install and set up everything correctly so that you guys are able to do this on your local laptops as well. Right now, just focus upon what I'm telling you guys. So what we need to do right now is two things. First of all, we need to make sure that has our particular console really hanged? Okay, has it really hanged? Or like it's just like working right now? We need to understand that has the server started or not. Also, what we need to do is we need to implement the code that handles the get request for us. Okay, that handles the get request for us. Now, have you guys remember functions? Like we learned about functions in our class, guys. Maybe on the day 2, I guess, of our bootcamp, we learned about functions right over there. Are you guys able to understand functions, guys? You guys remember functions right over there? Am I the only one who remembers the functions that I taught on the days 2? Right? People remember that, right? Okay, good. So what I'm trying to say is that what we need to do right now is that whenever our server starts running on the port 8000, it will be better if we are able to get a message right over there saying that the server has started on port 8000, and so that we don't feel as if the terminal has hanged or something like that. If we get a message that, okay, the server is running, everything is going absolutely fine. Now to implement that, what we need to do is we need to implement a callback function. Now what is it? So functions we remember, right? Function is like you use a particular nickname to a particular piece of code and that is a function. A callback function is a little bit different, guys, a little bit different. A callback function basically states that this function will get executed only if this line of code works absolutely fine. If this particular line of code, if the app starts listening on the port 8000 correctly, then this particular callback function should get like started. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Shivansh, were you not listening to the entire bootcamp? Like I've created almost 3 repels up till this point of time, and I always tell you guys what to choose. It is Node.js. Shivansh, pay attention a little bit. Okay. Yes. So what we're going to implement right now is that if this particular line of code works correctly, that is app starts listening on the port 8000, okay, then in that particular case we'll implement a callback function. Now try to understand this, guys. This function is never going to be used at any other point of time, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? This callback function that we are going to put up, this function is just for a one time use itself. Am I right? This is just for a one time use. We are never going to reuse this function at any particular point of time. So why to assign a name to it? Why should we assign a name to it? Because we are never going to reuse this function. Don't go with code sandbox, Shivansh. Go with Repellet. Again, we are using Repellet. Okay. So, like I said, everybody, okay, this callback function is going to be used only once. We are never going to reuse it. So, this is what we call as an anonymous callback function. We will not provide it with any name. It is an anonymous callback function, guys. So, function function, just that, parenthesis, we are not going to provide it with any name, and just put up what do you want this function to do. So I want to do console.log server is running on port 8000. That's it. That is what I wanted to do. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. This is what we call as an anonymous callback function, guys. This function will only get executed. This function will only get executed if the app successfully starts listening on the port 8000. And again, because we are never going to reuse this particular function, giving it a name, it just kills the purpose. So we are not going to do that. So we call it as an anonymous function itself. Okay, we are going to learn about arrow functions as well. This is a primitive type of function. Okay, we're going to use the latest version of functions as well. So versions of functions, basically functions also keep evolving like Pokemons. Okay, it is like Pikachu, then Raichu. So it keeps on evolving. So think about it as Pikachu. We are going to learn about Raichu as well very soon. But yeah, for right now, just to make sure that you guys are able to understand what is an anonymous callback function, I made you guys understand in such a way. So we have implemented this. We'll go back to our shell. Now I have made some changes to my backend code, right? I made some changes to my backend code. My backend is still running, node index.js. It is still running right over here. To make sure that the new changes, whatever changes I made, code changes that I made, the new changes are being applied to my backend. I have to close down my backend. I have to close down my server and restart it. I have to close down my server and restart it, guys. Now to close it down, you just have to do Control C. Okay, as you're able to see, Control C, the server got closed. We are back into the terminal. We can use it once again. And to restart it, we'll just do node index.js. Okay, and the server is running on port 8000. We have got the message right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Ali, if you are coding along with me, you will not be able to understand anything. Okay, please listen to me first very carefully. After the class, try to code, because again, you have just defeated the entire purpose, because I spent the first 10 minutes to solve that error. That means you didn't listen to me at that point of time, and now we are facing the exact same error. So listen to me carefully when I'm teaching. After the class, try to practice it. It will definitely help you a lot more. Okay. So right over here, guys, the server is running. Now let's try to implement the get, like how to like deal with the get requests itself. Now it is super simple, super easy. Okay, app.get. That's it. App.get, guys. As simple as that. Now this app.get has two parameters to it. The first parameter is where are you getting this get request app? Okay, if you go to back to your website, you are getting cannot get forward slash. What is this forward slash? Can somebody think about it? Dheeraj Bansal, I'm going to ask this question to you right now. If you're not able to answer it, I'm just going to remove you from the class because you are not studying. I'm able to see that. So, Dheeraj Bansal, I'm going to ask you this particular question. What is the meaning of this forward slash? And I want an explanation. I don't want what is its meaning. Okay, I want an explanation. What do you understand by this forward slash? I don't want anybody else to answer. I just want that particular person to answer. I want its meaning right over there. Okay, so that guy is not able to answer, guys. So we'll just remove him from the class. I don't want such type of fellows in the class itself. So right over here, guys, please try to understand this. This forward slash is the root or the home of the website. When you write www.google.com, you go to the forward slash location at Google. Okay, you go to the forward slash location at Google. Then if you go to www.google.com forward slash images, that is another particular route. So from the forward slash route, you're going to the images page itself. Then forward slash news, forward slash AI, forward slash search. Okay, so multiple different things are there, but forward slash is basically the root of the website. Think about it as a folder structure itself. So that is how you can understand it. It's the home page of the website. Okay, think about it like that. So currently we are present at the home page of the website. So we are getting that we cannot get send a GET request. Our backend cannot handle a GET request at the forward slash location of the website, guys. So we'll go back, guys. We'll go back and we'll rerun this. So GET request, we want to handle it at the forward slash location. And what should happen if we get a GET request at the forward slash location? What should we do? If we get a GET request at the forward slash location, what should we do? So again, we need to implement an anonymous callback function. So we get a GET request at the forward slash location. We are going to use a function, an anonymous callback function at that. Okay. And that is going to... So this particular function, this anonymous callback function, guys, requires two arguments to it. That is the request and the response. Okay. So GET request that is coming. So there is a particular request that is coming, guys. That is the GET request. So it requires that request. What is contained in that request? That is what it requires. We'll see what it contains, guys. So request, comma, response. Now, both of these things are actually built by Express. You don't have to do anything. It comes pre-bundled with Express. This is not something that you are creating at any particular point of time. So let us print what is present inside of our request, guys. Okay, let's do that. So console.log and let us put up the request, request request. Okay, so just to see what does this request actually contain inside of it. Okay, why am I getting this? So let's save this. So what I've done right over here is that if we get a GET request at the forward slash location, we are having an anonymous callback function that requires a request and a response inside of it. This is how it has been defined. We need to provide it with that. Both request and response is something that comes pre-bundled with Express. You are not creating that. It comes pre-bundled with Express itself. We are just utilizing it right over here. And we want to check what is present inside of our request. What is there inside of this request that we are providing it to this particular function. So we are just logging it out in the side of our console. So again, we have made some changes in our code. So we'll have to stop our server and restart our server once again. We'll go to our website, guys, and we will refresh our website. So we are sending a request to the server itself. So once that request goes through, this is the request that is going through. This is the request coming from the browser to the server, from the client. This is your user, guys. This is your user. This is somebody on some other computer itself. I'm trying to access www.google.com. I'm the client. So from the client's computer, when you try to access a website, this is the request that is being sent to the server. This is the information that comes to me. This is the information that comes to the developer, guys. And there is a fuck ton of information inside of it about the user. There's a lot of information about the user inside of just this simple request itself. If you ever get some time, I will definitely suggest go through the entire request, try to understand it. This is usually the job of the cybersecurity expert. Okay, so there's a lot of information right over here about your computer, which usually you won't want on any other computer itself. But yeah, as you're able to see, this is the request that is being printed on our screen, guys. A lot of information about your computer is there, including which particular Google Chrome you were using, which version of Google Chrome were you using right over there. Okay, what is the current what type of computer are you using? Everything will be mentioned right over here itself, guys. Everything. So this is something that is not for us, but still I wanted you to see this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to send a response back. Okay, we'll send a response back. and that response dot send. Okay, it's as simple as that. Anything that I want to showcase on our website, I'm just saying response dot send, and I'll just put up a simple message right over here. I'll put up a simple message, hello world. I think so that should be it. Let's save this again because I've made some. So what I've done is that if this function, I will send a response back from the server to the client that hello world. It will show up on his website itself. So I will remove this from right over here, guys. I'll come back right over here. I will close the server once again. I will restart it. Once I've restarted the server, I will go back to my website that is here. And I will refresh our website. And as you're able to see, we are getting hello world on the client side. This is my website. I'm getting hello world on my screen right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. The most basic thing, guys, of course, we are going to go into a little bit more advanced than that. But yeah, this is basically the hello world example of making you guys understand all these things. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Okay, so next thing that we need to learn about is the Raichu, right? We have to move on from the previous version of JavaScript to the latest version. So this new format of function is called as arrow functions. Basically, somebody said that why the fuck do we want to write function again and again? This is very counterproductive and is taking up a lot of time from our hands. So we'll not write we'll not write function again and again. We'll replace that by an arrow. That's it. That is what basically the evolution was. So to convert a particular function into an arrow function, first of all, like I said, we don't want function written. We'll just remove function. And then between the particular parentheses, we'll just put up an arrow right over here. That's it. That is what an arrow function is. It's as simple as that. You just remove function and you put up an arrow between the parentheses, that is between the parameters and the particular curly braces. That's it. That is what an arrow function is. Similar to that, if I want to convert this particular function into an arrow function, just remove the text function from right over there and put up an arrow in between these two. Then you have created a particular arrow function right over here. It's as simple as that, guys. So that is the reason why I taught you guys functions first and then the arrow functions, because it is much more easier to understand it. So yeah, I hope so that you guys understood the new format of functions, which are called as arrow functions. Just remove the term function and just put up an arrow in between them. It's as simple as that, guys. Nothing too complicated about it. I hope so. It is not complicated, right? Okay. So the next thing that we want to do is here we are sending just a text, right? So why is it use arrow functions? First of all, it makes the code a little bit smaller. That is the first particular utilization. The second utilization, it makes the code a little bit faster as well. So the performance of an arrow function is almost 50% higher than a normal traditional function itself. That is the reason why both of these reasons are very important, because the lesser your code size, the better it will perform actually. So optimization on both the end space as well as time is important, right? And of course, because a new version, ES6 is a new version of JavaScript, so a little bit more changes have been offered right over there. So arrow functions has been properly adopted at any particular point of time. Okay. Is request and response cannot be given at the same time? My simple question would be, what is a request? What is a response? Can I ask you a question and get an answer back from you at the exact same time? Like I just utter the first word of my question and you start giving me the first word of the answer right over there. It does not work like that, right? I have to first ask you a question, then only you will be able to respond back to me. Think about it in such a way. So the next thing, can we, okay, I think so that I've answered that. Next thing that we have to do is, guys, you don't write request and response. Okay, you use REQ for request, okay, and RES for response. I just wrote the entire word to make sure that you guys are able to understand it. But usually you will be writing REQ and RES. That is the most appropriate way of writing that. Okay, the next thing that we want to see is usually you are not going to send like a hello world text to your website, right? You'll be sending an HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. Okay, that is what you're going to send. So for that, let's create an HTML file right over here, guys. If you don't know what is an HTML file, every single website that you guys are using, the building blocks of every single website is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we are going to create a file right over here, guys. We are going to call it as index.html. And if we are lucky, we'll get a template to put further, because I really don't want to put up a template, guys. HTML, please give me a template, bro. I want a template, but I don't want to write it in its entirety. Yes, I got a template. Okay, so document, I don't really care about it. Body, I'll just put some HTML code right over here. H1, this is HTML file on your SCRWN screen. Okay, so simple. Okay, I've created an HTML file right over here, guys. You don't need to understand it. So this particular HTML file that you're able to see, that is what we want to send to our user. We don't want to send hello world to our user, guys, not a text, an entire file. Now to do that, there is another command. Okay, that is send file. It's as simple as that. SEND send file. Okay, that's it. And you just have to mention the name of the file, index.html, and this will not work for you. Okay, maybe not, but this is not going to work for you. I will explain that to you guys as well. I'm saving this. I will restart my server once again, guys. Again, I made some changes, so I have to stop my server, restart it. There's a very high probability this is not going to work. I'll explain it to you. Why is it not working as well? Do not worry about it. Server is running on port 8000, and as you're able to see, we are getting an error. Okay, this is the entire error. And basically, it is saying path must be absolute or specify root to rest.send file. This is the type error that we are getting, guys. Okay, this is the type error that we are getting. Path must be absolute or specify root to res.send file. So what is happening right over here is that you just cannot write directly index.html. Your particular server is just not able to understand which index.html, where is this index.html. So what you need to provide to it is the exact location of that index.html throughout the entire computer. For example, your computer starts at like my computer, then you go to desktop, then C drive, then Phalana drive, Dimkana drive, user, then you are having all these different things. Then in some file, then inside of that folder, there is another folder. Inside of that, there is another study material. And inside of that, you are having index.html. Okay, mostly you don't have anything inside of study material, especially nothing related to study, but still. So we have to specify that entire entire particular path itself. Now, how to get that? So for that, you are having another particular command inside of JavaScript that is called as __dir name. Okay, this particular command gives the exact location. So we'll just first of all console.log this. We will comment this entire line out. Console.log, and we'll put up __dir name. We'll just see what it prints out for us, guys. So we'll save this. Okay, again, guys, there is two __dir name, so two underscores right over there. Do not forget that. I have made that mistakes plenty of times. I don't want you guys to make such mistakes as me. I am a fool. You guys are very intelligent. You shouldn't be making such type of problem statements. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, we are getting the print is coming up at /home/runner/ blah 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 computer animation. That is the name of our particular sandbox that we have created. Inside of this particular folder, we have our /index.html. Our index.html is present inside of this particular folder, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yeah, I know. Study material wala meme ban sakta hai. Nice. So, are you guys able to understand this, guys? That inside of this particular folder, you are having your index.html. So what we need to do is we need to concatenate the two. Okay, so plus and then /index.html. This will give us the exact location to index.html. Am I right, guys? Same as pwd. Yeah, same as pwd itself, but pw is a terminal command. We cannot use directly inside of JavaScript, right? It is used in the terminal. Instead of JavaScript, if you want to see the present working directory, it is __dir name. Okay. Absolutely, yes, Ubadi. So right over here, guys, that is what we want. So we'll again put this up. We'll start this one up. We'll put up a / right over here. We'll save this, and I hope so this will start working. I don't think so there should be an issue right over there. Let us save this, guys. And okay, many of you guys, I'm able to spot this out. Geeta and Karan Gupta, both of you guys caught that particular thing, and you guys have a good taste for memes as well. So if you guys are interested, reach out to me on Instagram personally or LinkedIn. Both is fine, or email, or if you guys have my number. I don't think so. You guys have my number, but still, reach out to me. I'm actually looking for some like volunteers if it's possible to help me create some memes, because I'm very bad at it. I want to create some memes, but I'm not good at it. I can teach some things, but not memes. Like that's something that I'm not very good at. So if you guys are interested in that, if you guys want to help me out with that, I will really be very thankful. Okay, so yeah. So as you're able to see, we are getting this as an HTML file on your screen. So right now you're not sending hello world. You're sending the entire HTML file. You're entirely sending the entire files back to the user itself. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. This is your entire HTML file that is being loaded up on the user's end. We're actually sending. So he sent us a GET request. We sent him back the HTML files right over here. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So Karan Gupta and Geeta, do reach out to me, guys. I will love to work with you guys. It will be great. Yes, Mohammed, you don't have to worry. It will definitely help you out with that. That is the why it exists. Okay. So next, what if we want to go to some other URL? Okay, what if we want to go to some other URL, guys? So this is the / location, right? What about / about? I'm changing the URL from www.google.com. I'm going to www.google.com / about. As you're able to see, we are getting a cannot get / about, guys. That is, our backend is currently not able to handle a GET request at the / about page. So if you want to create a particular GET request handling for that as well, it is very simple, very easy. Okay. We will get this. Okay, we'll control C and we'll paste it right over here, guys. And we'll put a / about right over here. And we'll just send a particular text. Okay, send. And we'll send the text as, let us send a simple text right over here. This is the about page. Okay, as simple as that. We'll save it. We'll go back to the website. We have to restart our server. I'm very sorry, I forgot about that. We'll restart our server once again, guys. Node index.js. The server has started running on port 8000. We'll go back to our website, refresh the page, and as you're able to see, now we are able to access the about us page as well. Now, you were able to notice one thing, that every time I'm making some changes to our backend code, I have to stop my server and restart it. Restart basically contains stopping the server, so just restart would have been fine. So yeah, we have to restart our server again and again. Now that is a very tedious task. Now for that as well, a package actually exists inside of npm, guys. So we'll go to our npm express and we'll search for that package, that is Nodemon. The full form of Nodemon is node monitor, guys. So for those who don't know, we are having node monitor. That is the full form of Nodemon. So what does Nodemon do? Nodemon is like a creep. Okay, like you have a very extensive stalker that is continuously stalking you every single day. Whenever you open up your window, he's just there. He's just clicking pictures right over there. That is what Nodemon does. Any kind of changes you do in your code, he will be like, this today, Shaurya Sinha wore this t-shirt. Okay, today Shaurya Sinha did this. Okay, some change that Shaurya Sinha is doing, he's just putting it up right over there. Right, so that is what Nodemon also does. It will just look at your code. Anytime that you are making any kind of changes, it will just restart the server. It will just refresh the server for you. You don't have to do it like over there. You don't have to do it yourself. You can just directly do it. So think about it in such a way. I think so. It will be easier to relate. I will not relate. Okay, if somebody is having a stalker, get help. Okay, you shouldn't relate to this, but still. Okay, so right over here, guys, to install Nodemon, you are having npm install -g Nodemon. Usually we used to have npm install Nodemon, right? This is npm install -g Nodemon. -g here basically means global installation. Okay, -g basically means global installation itself. So throughout the entire computer, Nodemon will get installed for you. So we'll just copy paste it like always. Okay, so we'll go back. We will paste it up right over here. Control Shift Okay, I'm not in the right particular. Okay, I was going to paste it in some other repellent, and then I was going to be like, "Arey, काम क्यों नहीं कर रहा है यार?" Okay, Control V, and yeah, we'll install Nodemon right over there. So it will take us, I think, so 30 seconds or less. I hope so. Okay, so once it has been installed for us, now instead of using node index.js, we are going to use nodemon index.js, guys. Okay, so node node mon nodemon index.js. That is what we're going to use. Enter, and as you're able to see, we are getting watching path. Okay, we are it's watching our particular all the moves. Okay, watching extensions. Starting node index.js server is running on port 8000. So our server is currently running. Let us do one thing. Let us create another get request, guys. Let us create another get request for / contact us page. Okay, / contact, and this is the contact page right over here. Control S, and as you're able to see, every time we made some changes, okay, it is showing us restarting due to changes starting node index.js, restarting due to changes starting node.js, restarting due to changes starting in index.js. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this, guys? Please let me know. Yes. So again, that will help you guys a lot. You don't have to close it and open it again and again. This will do that for you. Now there is a lot of get requests. We'll just remove that. We just only want one get request right now. It will just make this code a little bit shorter. Okay, so now that we have created all this, the next topic that we need to understand is post request. Okay, so what do you understand by the term post? I don't know programming. Okay, I'm very new. Okay, I don't even know what is a computer. For the first time I'm looking at a computer. Oh wow, this is such a big screen. I don't know anything. So if you were like me, what do you understand by the term post? Okay, can somebody let me know? What do you think when post comes into your picture? What do you think, guys? Please let me know. A message, right? Post basically means like I'm receiving a post, right? A letter from my loved one. Okay, although she usually doesn't send letters, she expects me to write letters. Aajkal relationship has got very bad, right? We have to write letters. How bad that has become. Okay, nevertheless, yeah. So post, you think about it like letters, right? You send information from point A to point B. That is what a post basically means. In the exact same manner, when you're working with websites as well, there will be many instances where a user wants to send some information from his computer to the server, right? For example, let us think about it. You are filling up a Google form. Every single day, you guys are having a Google form that you have to fill up to give your attendance. So you are filling that form from your computer, and that information is getting sent to Google's computer to showcase it to me at the end of the day, right? So that response is getting sent. Okay, that request, that is a post request. You are bundling your data, you're bundling your information and posting it through the internet to the server. You're posting it through the internet to the server, guys, and that is the post request. Is it like, are you guys able to understand it, or is it like I'm not able to explain it in the right way? I will explain it again if that's the case. But were you able to get the gist of like a post, like, right, just like a get request? The request is sending from your client computer to the server saying that get me the files associated with showing this particular website to my user. Whereas the post request that is coming from your particular like computer to the server, guys, that post request that is being sent, basically that means whatever data you wanted to be sent to the server. Okay, you are the boyfriend, your server is the girlfriend itself. You want to send some information to your girlfriend, so you are sending a post request that I'm posting this information to the girlfriend. The girlfriend can then open that information in the backend and use it. Are you guys able to understand this? Like the get request is more like a get me. Okay, I will not say this, but get me a sandwich. Okay, so so you are sending a get request to the particular girlfriend that get me a sandwich. Okay, and then the sandwich will never come because feminism. But nevertheless, that is how the get request works. It is you are sending a get request to the server, and the server is responding back with the files, the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. Whereas when you are thinking about the post request, you are sending some particular information in some particular format to the server, where it is then able to use that thing, where it is able to use that thing in the backend. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Am I like I know that I might not have been the very good example right over there, but when we'll see this, okay, when we'll see this, we'll implement this post request tomorrow. You will be able to easily understand it. Today's class will keep it a little bit shorter than usual. I'm able to understand that many of you guys are already on a leave right now. Okay, so we will look into this, guys, right now, and yeah. So tomorrow we will be looking into the post request, guys. We'll try to understand the post request, as well as we'll start with APIs. Okay, we have very less time, guys, so we'll start with APIs right over there, and after APIs we'll go towards MongoDB. So we need to cover up these three topics. We have very less time left right now, so these will be the three. Please give a request of post request. So we'll look into post request tomorrow. We are going to implement a post request, right? So basically, any kind of Google form that you're filling up, that's a like you are sending a request to the backend, right? You're sending your information to the backend. Anytime that you're logging into any platform, you're sending a post request itself. Anything that you're sending from your computer to the server, any information being passed, that is a post request. Okay. I'll give you guys the attendance for today's class. Give me a second. Forms. Tomorrow's topic is post request and APIs, guys, both. Karan Gupta, do not forget to contact me on Instagram, preferably on Instagram, because I will see that message. LinkedIn is something that I, from a very long period of time, have not opened it up. I don't know why. Karan Gupta and I for Geeta. Okay, reach out to me, guys. I will love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so I think so. That is it. I need to send you guys the attendance. I hope so. This was the attendance, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this was the attendance, and let me make a copy of that. I don't know why, but in my head there is a, a reel song going on. I've watched a lot of reel today, I guess. Okay, there will be a class tomorrow, guys. Yesterday there was no class because again, like one of my friends came to the house, and I completely forgot about the class itself. So, nevertheless, yeah, this is the attendance for today's class, guys. Please start filling it up, and the attendance will be closed exactly at 9:22. Okay, the attendance will be closed at 9:22, guys. This is the particular link for the attendance, and we will meet in our tomorrow's class, and we'll continue from right over there. Tomorrow or Monday, tomorrow itself. I really take up any holidays at any point of time. I prefer not to. But yeah, yesterday was something that I'm still getting confused between get and post. Get is basically you want something from the server. Post is something that you want to provide the server with some information. But still, tomorrow we'll see a practical example, and you guys will be able to understand it. Nevertheless, guys, at 9:22, the attendance thing will be closed. So please fill up the attendance as fast as possible. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class, and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys, and bye bye.